What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and welcome to another episode of our First Down Training show. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest stigmas in youth football, high school football, and that is daddy ball. So is it real? What if you're experiencing it? What should you do? So we're going to be getting into that, and then we're going to be answering some questions that you guys left on a previous episode of this show. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get started. So I've heard this excuse probably thousands of times, like, oh, I'm not playing because of daddy ball. Oh, the coach's son is starting over me. What do I do? Et cetera, right? Now, I would say, I would be wrong to tell you that daddy ball isn't real. You just need to be better. That would be totally wrong. There are a lot of circumstances where it's just a bad place to be. Like, you know, like, let's say you're a quarterback, your head coach, his son's the quarterback, like, probably won't play in that situation, most likely in a lot of places and for a lot of teams. And that's generally why parents coach the team so their kid can be in a starting role in most cases. But here's the thing, like, I was never a coach's kid. My parents always stayed out of it. They were always kind of like merit-based, like, hey, you got to earn it, you know, whatever, et cetera. But I've been in this situation before. Some of you who know my football story have heard about my high school career where I would compete with, you know, the athletic director's son as a quarterback. There was a lot of politics, like parents were yelling at our coaches to try to get me to play, like totally blackballed, totally screwed over. So I've been in your shoes, believe me. And there are three pieces of advice I could give you when you're in that daddy ball situation, and we're going to talk about that. But the first thing that I want to get across to you guys is that, like, you know, you can't always blame it. Because here's the thing, and this is my experience. Maybe some other people's experience is a little bit different, but I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys so you know where I'm coming from. In my experience, I train a lot of athletes. Let's say every year, let's say I train 1,000 athletes, right? 500 of them, I'd probably say like 700 of them, like 7 out of 10, or their parents are completely uninvolved. They're not coaches, their kids just on the team. 3 out of 10 are probably the coach's kids, right? Their dad's the OC, their dad's the head coach, whatever. 99% of the time, those 3 out of 10 kids are insanely focused, work really, really hard, and care a lot about getting better. I have never personally met a coach's son who wasn't focused and who didn't work hard. Just trying to be honest with you guys. So, like, you know, you're in that situation where you're competing against the coach's kid and you just blame it on politics, but like, really, you got to be honest with yourself at a certain point. Like, is the kid that good, or am I that much better than him? Or, like, you know, what's the deal here? Because, like, are you that player that's, you know, coach gets on you, you roll your eyes. Coach gets on you, you're looking down. You know, coach tells you to do something, you're like, man, I'm not doing that. You know, like, you get frustrated, you get mad, you get upset. You're in conditioning, you're like half-assing it. In practice, it's hot, you know, I'm half-assing it. Like, those are the kids that I see a lot complain about daddy ball. Just saying, like, I don't necessarily hear the coach's kids acting that way. I don't see them dogging and conditioning, you know, and maybe they're afraid of their dad because they're like, oh my God, my dad's going to yell at me, so I better do this right. Like, okay, but there's a respect there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a player that doesn't respect your coaches and doesn't give them that respect and you're not playing, like, maybe you need to look in the mirror a little bit. That's all I'm going to try to say from a respect lens. Now, daddy ball is a real thing. Like, I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say that politics don't play a role because I lived it, you guys. I've been in it. 3 things that I could tell you to help you deal with daddy ball. Number 1, take it as a personal challenge. Take it personally, like Michael Jordan says. Take it personally. Because, like, if you're in a situation where you feel like you're getting screwed over, you feel like you should be playing, you truly feel like you're better than the dude, take it personally. That's what I did. Okay, so I remember, like, it was my personal mission to show not only every single player, not only every single coach, not only every single parent that I was the better quarterback in the situation that I was in, where I was getting started over by the athletic director's kid who wasn't that good. Right? We literally had parent meetings where parents would be yelling at our head coach to the point where he stopped going to parent meetings. To this day, this was like 10 years ago, to this day, he still doesn't go to parent meetings because of what happened when I was there. That's number 1. Number 2, I had coaches come up to me years after I was done playing. This is like 3 years ago, guys, and apologized to me. That's how bad they felt. They came up to me and went, listen, Grant, like, you know, I know this was a long time ago, but I'm really, really sorry about your junior year and us playing Hayden over you because, you know, it was just like we didn't have a choice. It was just like our head coach said that was the way it was going to be, and that was it. Like, and so to give you background, the athletic director hired a new coach that year, and they were like, you know, best friends, and they made an agreement. This is what I was told too, by the way, but I'll explain that. They made an agreement that for him to get the job, he would play his son. And the athletic director was at a bar, and he was drinking a little bit, bragging about that to a group of his friends, and he didn't know my dad was there. My dad heard him saying that. My dad told me that. So guys, I've been in your shoes, man. I took that so personally, bro. And I thought about transferring. I thought about leaving. I thought about quitting football, to be honest with you, because I'm like, man, this is stupid. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm getting screwed over. But like, if I would have quit, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be traveling across the country training, a couple thousand athletes every single year, doing what I really love doing and making videos, entertaining you guys, educating you guys, all that stuff. I wouldn't be doing it right now if I didn't take that personally. You know what I mean? Like, so I took it personally. I didn't want to transfer it. I thought about it, but I'm like, no, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to compete and I'm just going to do what I need to do. Why? A business decision probably would have been to transfer. And we're going to talk about transferring in a second, or leaving the team if you're in youth football. But I stuck it out, and I took it so personal. I made everybody know. And I literally made coaches come apologize to me years later. You know what I mean? And that satisfaction was pretty cool, I will say. But like, I was already kind of over it at that point. But still, it felt pretty cool to hear that. But like, you got to take it personally. You got to be working it so much harder than the guy. You got to know the playbook better than the guy. You got to be executing on the field, executing on scout team better than the guy. Literally every single aspect of the game you need to do better. You need to do better, and you need to make it clear. Like, think about a UFC fight, right? You don't want to go to the judge's scorecard, because one judge might have watched it a little bit differently than the other two judges, right? It might screw you over a little bit. You want a knockout, KO, third round, nothing left to the judges, no decision. You were the guy. That's how obvious you have to make it. So that's number one piece of advice I would give to you. Number two, kind of building off of what I talked about last time, or like earlier in this video, like, you got to have an honest look in the mirror. Like, okay, like, am I going crazy here, or am I actually better than this guy in all these areas? List off what your position requires. Let's talk about the quarterback position. This is what I did. Accuracy, am I better? Yes. Arm strength, am I better? Yes. Throw on the run? Yes. Go down the list. Check them all off. But you got to be honest with yourself. Like, it's just you and you when you're talking to yourself in that mirror. Like you're talking to God or something like that. Completely honest. I'm not better than him in XYZ area. Okay, dude, you got to improve in those areas. Like, you got to be real. Like, and again, also, you need to have people around you that are telling you the right things. Like, this is more so for the parents in the room. Like I think we live in a society now where everybody gets a trophy and everybody gets patted on the back, right? Like, like, oh, you're so good, little Timmy. Like, no, like, little Timmy needs to get freaking faster. Like, little Timmy needs to get better route run. Like, he's not good. Like, so like, and again, that's a little harsh. I'm not saying go in like that, but you need to be honest, because like, the real world does not care about your feelings. Like, I'm talking the real, I'm not talking your soft, coddled college class environment where teachers are just, everything's merry and happy. Like, I'm talking the real world. I'm talking like working for somebody, working in the private business sector. Like, they don't care about your feelings. Can you get the job done or not? So if your son is like, you see that he's struggling in certain areas, and then he comes home and he's complaining that he's not playing, hey, Timmy, you need to get faster. You need to get bigger. And here are the steps that are going to be required for you to do that. So you need to have good people in your corner that are going to tell you that. And parents, you need to be honest with your kids. That's just my best piece of advice to you. Be honest with yourself, okay? Now, number three, leaving the team. If you don't think things are going to get better, and you've checked off 1 and 2, you had the honest conversation, you're clearly better than the dude, and you're not getting play time, you're not getting an opportunity, you're getting completely screwed, I would recommend probably to find another team. Especially if you're in youth ball. Like, if you're in youth football, like, go to another team, bro. Like, youth football is all about development. It's all about getting you ready for high school. So guys, go to a team where you're going to play. Even if it's lower competition, you need those game reps. If you're going to sit on the bench all year, you're not going to get much out of the year. You're going to waste 4 or 5 months out of the year, guys. So you got to make sure that you are getting your reps in somewhere. And high school, dude, like, if you want to play in college, bro, and you're not getting a lot of film, like, and you ain't going to play till your senior year, maybe, if that, like, dude, go somewhere else, man. Like, talk to your parents, have that legitimate conversation with them. Like, listen, I understand. I know the sacrifices you've made for me. I get it, but I need to go. I want to go play somewhere. I need to transfer. More often than not, that conversation is going to go better than you think it will. Okay? So that's my best piece of advice for you guys. If you're in this daddy ball situation, I've been there, guys. I understand, and these are the things that I thought of to help me get through that. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say about that. But guys, if you are also, we're going to be getting into some of your questions that you guys left on previous episodes, but if you are a quarterback or wide receiver and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we are going to be traveling out to 15 different cities across the country for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camp. So guys, go to that very first link in the description below. That's where you can find all the information. Again, all of our camps last year sold out like 2 to 3 months in advance. That's why we're kind of telling you about this now way in advance, because we want to make sure you guys get the spots. We want to make sure that you're able to sign up, because we get emails from a lot of people. Hey, could you add me to a wait list? Hey, could you do it? And it's like, we just don't have the space, guys, because when it sells out, it sells out. We don't have any more availability. So guys, very first link in that description below, it's where you can sign up and take advantage of that. Our next city that we're coming to is San Francisco, California, then Orlando, Florida, then we'll be heading out to Phoenix, Arizona, Columbia, South Carolina, Seattle, Washington, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Nashville, Tennessee, Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Denver, Colorado, Columbus, Ohio, Boston, Massachusetts, Salt Lake City, Utah, and then we'll be heading out to Los Angeles, California to finish it off. So guys, want some more information? Very first link in that description below. We'd love to have you in a city near you. Now, let's get to some of your guys' questions that you left on a previous episode. So, here we go. First question from Logan Burgos Santos. Thanks for watching the videos, man. I'm a freshman wide receiver. My team had the starters already picked before the season started and don't really give me any chance. Any tips to stand out more? I already lead every rep that I can. If you want to stand out to your coaches, execute. I mean, like, and listen, you could be working really hard in practice, but when it comes down to it in a game scenario, if you're not executing, they can't put you on the field because they can't trust that you're doing your job. You could be working really, really hard at something, but if it's, you know, your performance is bad, your performance is bad, and maybe you have to look at what you're actually working hard on. Not saying that that's you, but like any game time opportunity you get, or like game situation opportunity you get, you need to make the most of it. You should be playing every single scout team rep, every single special team scout team rep. Like, you need to get onto the field in game situations and execute. That'll increase their trust and give you a better chance of playing, okay? So I appreciate you asking that, man. Hope that was able to help. Next question from Jaden Wright, 27. Hey, coach, I'm a 12-year-old athlete, just came out of 6th grade. I'm really fast. I need to know when the cutoff line is to talking trash. To be honest, I only talk trash when someone does it to me. When I do talk trash, all I do is throw a peace sign or call them too small. Is this okay? Yeah, Jaden, you're fine, man. I would say, like, you never want to be the dude to start the trash talk. You want to be the guy to finish it, right? So if somebody starts chirping at you, I mean, honestly though, like, here's what I would say. Like, me personally, is what I did. Maybe got me in trouble sometimes, but like, if somebody was chirping me, like, I wouldn't say anything back. I wouldn't even acknowledge it. I want to give them the satisfaction, but I would go make a play and then I'd start talking. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, like, you got to make a play first and then start talking, because then they got nothing to say because you made the play. Like, I remember we had, like, it was me and, like, my right tackle in high school, and we had this play where I ran the ball, like it was like a power or something like that, and their, like, defensive end was, like, chirping at us, like, so like, oh, I'm coming right here, like, you know, like, talking just like regular football talk. And I pulled the ball and took it like 80 yards for a touchdown. And then after the touchdown, we like went up, we like jogged past, and we're like, where were you? We thought we were looking for, like, you know, like, so that type of stuff, that's what I would say. I don't say you want to start it though. I don't think you want to be that guy, but hey man, if it helps you get in your opponent's head, that's a different story. But yeah, thanks for asking that, man. Appreciate it, dude. I like answering those questions. But guys, thanks again for tuning in. Hope this was able to help you. Hope you got some value out of this episode. But again, guys, if you have questions, you want to be featured on our next episode, do not hesitate. Go to that comment section below, leave your comment, leave your question, and we'll feature the best ones on our next episode. So guys, appreciate it again. We'll see you next time.